In this video, we will fill out your biographical information. You should see your legal name already imported here, but if it's incorrect, go ahead and click on that profile section and change it in that section over there. Next, we have a question of former name. If you have a legal former name, go ahead and click on yes, and then you're going to report it. If no, click on no. My name. Would you like to share a different first name that people call you? Go ahead and click yes if yes and no if not. Gender and sexual orientation. This section asks about your gender and sexual orientation. Your responses help us better understand our applicants and students and are used for research purposes and to support student programs and services. This information will not be used or considered in the admissions process. You may opt out of responding of any of these questions for any reason by selecting Decline to State. And then you can read information about terms and definitions here. Which best describes your current gender? Make your selection or decline to state. Are you transgender? Make a selection or decline to state. Sexual orientation. Which best describes your current sexual orientation? Make a selection or decline to state. Next, you'll see a question about your birth. So birth information, the date, country of birth, city of birth, state, county. And then we have some other questions about you to determine services that you might be eligible for. At the time since you turned age 13, were both your parents deceased? Were you in foster care or were you a dependent or ward of the court? Select yes if yes or no. As determined by a court in your state of legal residence, are you or were you an emancipated minor? Make a selection. At any time on or after July 1st, 2024, did your high school or school district homeless liaison determine that you were an unaccompanied youth who was homeless or were self-supporting and at risk of being homeless? Make a selection. At any time on or after July 1st, 2024, did the director of an emergency shelter or transitional housing program funded by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development determine that you were an unaccompanied youth who was homeless or were self-supporting and at risk of being homeless? Last question. At any time on or after July 1st, 2024, did the director of a runaway or homeless youth basic center or transitional living program determine that you were an unaccompanied youth who was homeless or were self-supporting and at risk of being homeless? Make your selections, then click on Save and continue to the next video.